Hello everyone, welcome back to Piston Cup Productions. Today we're going to be taking a look at such a nostalgic toy line. It continued from Cars 1 up until Cars Tunes and Cars 2, and unfortunately it got discontinued because I guess the interest for these pretty much died out. And well, this was one of my favorite kids' toys back then. This is by Fisher Price. It is the Shake and Go Cars 2 World Grand Prix track set. And this thing is something that I've always wanted. I've never had this set before. I've only had the vehicles. The vehicles do not require a track to work. You just shake them up and you place them on the ground and they race. I had most of the ones from Cars 1. I had Yellow Ramon, Purple Ramon, Dynaco McQueen, Radiator Springs McQueen, Classic McQueen, Blue Mater, Regular Mater, Hudson Hornet, Doc Hudson. Cars Tunes came along and they did Rescue Squad Mater, El Matador. They did some of the Christmas ones too. They did Holiday Hot Shot McQueen, or I think it was McQueen with the shovel. Then we move on to Cars 2, and that's where this video brings us, where they did a lot of the World Grand Prix racers, some of the Spies, Professor Z, and this really cool racetrack. Now, Cars 1 did receive a very similar racetrack to this. This is the racetrack they made for those cars, and it is used from eBay. I think this used to retail for $60 back in 2011 when it came out. It didn't last too long on the store shelves. I'd love to hear y'all's story if you had this one. Did you get it for Christmas? Did you find it at a thrift store? Or did you find it on clearance at Walmart or Target when it was getting discontinued? I'd love to hear your story. But anywho, I paid about, I think, $100 for this on eBay, so 20 over retail with no box and used. Yeah, this set pretty much has some value going for it. But it looks really good. I put batteries in the cars already, so I kind of got like a little sneak peek of them working. Francesco does not work 100%, unfortunately. McQueen does though. He lets it rip. Like this guy, he's fast. Francesco though, I think it's the sensors. Like when you place him on the ground, he just doesn't last too long. But anywho, here is Francesco. These cars were always chubby proportions, but they looked really good. They look cute. I love the expression they gave Francesco. Looks great. Most of it is stickers, unfortunately, but you do have a lot of painted parts. And most of the details there that the character has. Pretty nice. Cars 2 logo on the bottom. Little switch right there. On and off switch. Well, this is like a sensor. The way these work is that you just shake them aggressively, place them on the ground, and they just race forward. Hence the shaking you're seeing. It looks funny, I know. Bro tweaking out. And the more you shake them, the longer they'll last. That's what I mean about the sensor not working. Yeah, so his sensor ain't that good. I guess I gotta just slam him against the ground. They only have 2 phrases, which is the funny part about these cars. So that's Francesco, and now we're gonna move on to number 95 himself, Lightning McQueen, yeah! Big chunky wheels, I love the rims. Of course this is used, so it is a little beat up. Shut up, McQueen. Cars 2 logo on the base. It is a lot larger and chunkier, of course, to your average 155 scale vehicles. This one has some pretty nice detail though. I really like how it looks. Love the expression. It just captures Lightning McQueen, it really does. So let's hear his phrases. I love hearing his engine. Bro's tweaking. I spammed that. Yeah, so those are his only 2 phrases. Okay, so now that we've seen the vehicles, their phrases, their detail, I think it's time we do a little time lapse and assemble the set. So let's get started. Assembly is pretty easy. So now that it's all put together, let's take a look at some of the details. There is 2 missing parts as far as I could tell, one being another yellow flag. There's just a notch there that's just completely out of use. And I'm guessing another green one because of that little knob right there. It's okay though. It's like extremely cosmetic. Nothing that affects the plate. This I am a little concerned about. There is a third riser that's supposed to be there, and it's missing, but it looks like it holds up pretty well. If it was missing one of these, I'd be a little bit more concerned, but thankfully it has those 2. I love how that looks though, the overpass and the bridge. You do have this camera. It wouldn't be a Cars 2 set without a camera somewhere in it, would it? So yeah, you can flick that open, and when a car is coming along, I'm assuming it's supposed to kick a car out, which is pretty cool, but these are heavy, chunky little cars, and they just kind of push the camera out the way. So I don't know how well that's gonna work. I don't know if I'm just not snapping it into place correctly or something. No, that just moves out the way really easily. Yeah. Don't know what else to say about that. I don't know what else I was expecting. It's just a little piece right there that fidgets around. Anywho, detail is great. It's of course based off of the, well, you could say 100% Italy till you have this piece of Japan just sticking in the middle. But everything else seems to be like themed after Italy. Actually, no, that looks like London. Okay, well, it's all of them mashed together, I guess. Which, yeah, especially with that Tokyo bridge. Okay, so I guess it's... I kind of see it now, I guess. You start in Japan. There's like the rainbow bridge, in quotations. You come through here, past the World Grand Prix logo, and hey, look at that, you're in Italy. You get the rocky roads, or brick roads like in Italy. You pass Japan again. You come up here and hey, look at that, you're in London. Watch out, McQueen, they're going to kill you because you decided to keep all in your tank. Down the rocky road again, that looks very reminiscent of Italy. Back in London. Another World Grand Prix logo. A sewer. That's interesting. I like that. And you're back here. It happens very fast. And then, of course, you have your stop-start, which I don't think works as intended. It's supposed to snap into place there. But the set is pretty old, so I don't think it's gonna work that well. There we go. And then what you're supposed to do is, I'll test it with one car first. They're gonna lay on that arrow, and then when you're ready, you just hit that button. So here we go. Let's give it a little test run. Oh shoot, watch out, bro, watch out, watch out, watch out. We were not ready for you, hold on. I'm assuming that little like knob on the bottom has to sit on the arrow. Okay, there we go. And go! Damn! Wow. That went on for quite a while. I don't know how many laps that was. I think that was like 4. Okay, let's try Francesco. See if I can get those parts into place there, man. That's probably the worst part about this thing, is that it doesn't work that well. Give me a second. Okay, now we can test out Francesco here. Okay, the sensors are the problem, so let's see how well this goes. I knew it. Come on!
See you at the finish line, McQueen.
Yeah, McQueen just works a lot better than this guy, as you can clearly tell. Awesome. Now, if you flip that camera, will it actually work? Let's find out.
See you soon, amigo.
No. Bro just ran past that camera like nothing. Accurate to the movie, I guess.
Grazie and arrivederci.
Yeah. The camera doesn't do anything much. Okay, so I am a little concerned how it's gonna be when I race both of these guys, since Francesco seems to have a little delay, but let's get to it. Let's test them out. It's so satisfying seeing it fit perfectly on this table. Whoa. Whoops. Come on, I need him to start first. Come on. Whoa. Francesco's still going, man. Okay, that was pretty good. All right, let's give it another test run. That's all I hear. Oh, come on, McQueen! Oh. I don't know why Francesco's working now. All of a sudden now he wants to work. I'm just gonna place them on the ground at the same time. Come on, come on, come on. Go, 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 go. Yeah, there we go. Ah, Francesco. Oh, come on, man. Francesco. Come on, man. I think it's traction tires. Let's see what's the problem with this guy. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this guy. He seems kind of weak. I guess you don't have to shake him that aggressively. Now he doesn't want to work. Oh gosh! What the hell? Okay. Yeah, so I think that essentially wraps it off here. The rest of the video is just going to be me playing around with these, so enjoy the footage, I guess.
See you soon, amigo. See you at the finish line, McQueen.
He just decides to work when he wants to. Oh my goodness.
See you soon, amigo. Francesco.
I think we're gonna end it off there. So let me know what you think about this track, your fondest memories or worst memories. Being the first time I own this track, I think my worst memory is the freaking Francesco that doesn't like to work and race. Oh. Move. Okay, now he decides to work when the video's gonna end. Go.
See you soon, amigo.
You too.